Okay, I've tidied up the schedule a little bit, and at this point we want to try and work out what the total project's duration is. So I'll give you a few seconds, calculate the project's duration based on the logic we've applied here and the numbers over here. And whilst you're doing that, I'll start adding on the duration in the boxes. And we're just considering this in days, but they could be any factor: months, years, minutes, seconds, whatever. Okay. Okay, how did you go? Could have gone 5 plus 7, 12, plus 5, 17. 10 plus 3 plus 5 is 18. And hopefully you've taken the longer one and said, well, that's going to be my total project's duration. So this project is going to be completed in 18 days. Great. Okay, so we've got one benefit of scheduling. We've saved effectively 12 days. Because up here we said the project was going to take 30 days. That 30 is still important because that's still our effort. And if we talk about man hours and so on, we still need to pay for 30 days of labour, or whatever the rate is. But the actual physical duration is going to be 12 days. And this has been gained by running the activities concurrently. With a simple schedule, yes, we can just go through and work out the numbers like this. With a more complicated schedule, you would throw this into your computer program, Microsoft Project, Primavera, whatever that is, and it will spit out a nice little number for you and a whole lot of extra things. But what I'm going to show you now is how to actually work out the schedule using the old school method by hand. And my theory is if you can understand how it works and you're able to do it yourself, when you go into the computer program to do your complicated things and it throws you curveballs, you can diagnose it, you can problem solve it because you understand how it actually works. Ready to go? Okay, step one. Consider each of these activities as a box. Okay. And at each point in the quadrant, we're going to apply a number. Here we're going to look at the earliest an activity can start, and I'm going to call that the early start time. Here we're going to look at the earliest an activity can finish, and we'll call that the early finish time. This is called a forwards past calculation, and this will give us the duration. So if we start now and we have this going on, our project will finish in X days. We know the answer, so I'm just going to work around it. This is kind of in maths. You know, when you went through and just through intuition, you came up with 18 days, and then you're asked for your workings. Well, this will help you out, so you can get the bonus marks for your workings. Firstly, anything without a predecessor that can start straight away, I'm going to put a 0 there. So the earliest start time is effectively right now. Then for the earliest finish time, when's the earliest activity A can finish? Well, it starts now, takes 5 days. The earliest it can finish on day 5. Similarly with B. Earliest it can finish is 0 plus 10. Right. And then we're just going to roll this along. So when's the earliest C can finish? 5. Okay, once that's finished, that can start. And 12. The earliest D can start is 10. Happy with this logic so far? If you're not, just rewind it, it will make sense at some point. Okay. And earliest finish time for D is going to be 13 days, 10 plus the duration. E, when's the earliest activity E can start? Take the longest one because it can't actually start until D is finished because it's reliant on both. So 13 plus its duration gives us that magic number 18. All right, forwards past calculation. Now, backwards past calculation. Tongue twisting. We look at the latest finish and the latest start times. And then we work backwards. And this is based on the assumption that we want this project finished as quickly as possible. So we know it's going to take 18 days, if everything goes according to time. We want to have the latest this activity E can finish as day 18, and then we're going to work backwards. Latest finish time, activity E is 18. Working backwards, when's the latest activity E can start and still hit that finish date? Well, it takes 5 days, so we'll take 5 away and we'll say activity E has to start on day 13. Then we just roll it backwards, hence the backwards past calculation. For this to hit 13, it has to also finish. Latest you can finish on 13, and then we just take away the durations. So this will give us 10, this will give us 13 take 5. My maths is awesome today. And then we're just going to roll this across like this. Great. Cool. Makes sense?